Well, here we are at Wekiwa Springs State Park. It's February 19th, and I'm right now at Sand Lake. And this particular shot here is one that you'll see if you search on Google Earth for Wekiwa Springs State Park. There's a photograph showing this bench and this scene. And this is one of our two benches that we put here for Ian in this park. And quite often, or it's not unusual to see a gator swimming around in here, along with turtles and even some otters occasionally. So there's Ian's bench. Now I plan on continuing today to go over to Lake Pravat and see how the mother gator and her babies were doing. Hopefully they survived, but we'll find out later on. This is usually where I start my hikes here at Wekiwa Springs State Park. It's just a beautiful little lake surrounded by picnic tables and a path, and just a great place to visit. And here we are at a camp facility here in Wekiwa Springs, and this happens to be a sinkhole right in the middle of it here, an old one, and you can look down into it over in that area there. There's a main building, and then in this direction we start getting into some cabins. And this is all right alongside of Lake Pravat here, which I should be getting to fairly shortly. Okay, now we're looking at a different view of Lake Pravat. All this dry, brown looking grass that we see here is actually where the lake is, or is when there's water in it. Right now it's all completely empty. And it does dry up in the wintertime. Sometimes it dries up completely like this year. Other years it doesn't dry up all the way. But this just gives a different view from where we saw it last time. The area where we saw the gator and her babies was around that little peninsula over there, going around toward the right. And so now I'm going to follow this trail. This is a road around the lake. It's kind of windy out, so I'm a little concerned about the wind blowing all over the microphone and you not being able to hear me clearly here, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm going to follow this a little further till we get to that other part of the lake. Also, we have Ian's second bench here in memory of Ian, and it's coming up here right around this corner on the right. This place used to be called the Quiet Place, and all these oak trees covered with moss were alive. They're all dying now. A lot of them really got hit during the hurricanes in 2004. So it was a lot prettier than it is right now. It's dying out. And there's Ian's second bench. That one has been here for 12 years. And somehow managed not to get crushed by tree limbs. Although it looks, the wood's kind of wore out on it, but it's still here. So I'm going to continue on down this way.